What if the reason you're waking up at 2 in the morning isn't your age? What if it's not your prostate failing you, but a simple silent mistake you're making every single evening, just hours before your head hits the pillow? A mistake that once you see it, you can fix, starting tonight. I'm Dr. Grace Morgan. For over 15 years, I've had the privilege of sitting with thousands of men just like you. Men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and helping them find their way back to strength, to confidence, and to the quiet peace of an uninterrupted night's sleep. And what I've learned is that the most powerful solutions often aren't found in a prescription bottle. They're found in the small daily rhythms of your life. You know the feeling? That nagging pressure deep in your belly that pulls you from a warm, deep sleep. The slow, tired walk to the bathroom. The waiting. The feeling that you never quite empty. And then the return to bed, your mind now racing, knowing you'll probably be up again in another 2 hours. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. And it can make you feel like your own body is working against you. But I want you to hear this, and I mean really hear it. Your body is not your enemy. Your prostate isn't just giving up. The truth is the problem that surfaces at 2 in the morning actually begins at 2 in the afternoon. It's a pattern, a cycle, a rhythm that has fallen out of tune. Most men believe their prostate is the cause of their broken sleep, but in so many cases it's the other way around. Your broken daily habits are the cause of your prostate's distress. Specifically, a habit I call the desert and the flood. Let me explain what I mean. Imagine your body is a beautiful, thriving garden. To keep that garden healthy, you need to water it consistently. A little in the morning, a little in the afternoon. A steady, gentle nourishment that allows the soil to absorb the moisture and deliver it to the roots. Now what would happen if you ignored that garden all day long, letting it bake in the hot sun, the soil cracking and dry? And then just before midnight, you grabbed a fire hose and blasted it with a massive flood of water. The water wouldn't soak in. It would run off, overwhelm the delicate plants, and create a muddy, stressed-out mess. Your body after 50 works in exactly the same way. The desert and the flood is this. You get busy during the day. You forget to drink water. You run on coffee, maybe a soda. You go for hours without giving your body the hydration it needs. This is the desert phase. During this time, your blood volume drops slightly, your circulation slows, and your kidneys, working hard to conserve water, produce highly concentrated acidic urine. This dark, acidic urine sits in your bladder, irritating its delicate lining, and more importantly, irritating the prostate gland that sits right beneath it. Your prostate becomes inflamed, sensitive, like soil that's been baked in the sun. Then comes the flood. Around dinner time, or maybe right before bed, you suddenly realize you're parched. So you chug a huge glass of water, maybe 2, or you have a couple of beers, or a big mug of tea. You flood your system with liquid all at once. Your body, which has been in conservation mode all day, is suddenly overwhelmed. Your kidneys go into overdrive to process this sudden deluge, and your bladder fills up incredibly fast. Now picture what's happening inside you while you try to sleep. A rapidly filling bladder is pushing down on a prostate that is already irritated and inflamed from the day's dehydration. The result? An intense, urgent signal to your brain that says, "Wake up, now." That's the 2 a.m. alarm call. It isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of imbalance. It's your body crying out for a different rhythm. And the beautiful news is you can give it one. It's not about drinking less water. It's about drinking water with wisdom. It's about becoming the gentle gardener of your own body. And it all starts with 3 simple pillars of what I call rhythmic hydration. The first pillar is what I call the sunrise sip. This is your foundation for the entire day. So many men I see wake up, feel that grogginess, and their first instinct is to reach for the coffee pot. They want that jolt, that kickstart. But your body is craving something else entirely. Think about it. You've just gone 7, maybe 8 hours without a single drop of fluid. You've been breathing, maybe sweating lightly, and your organs have been filtering waste all night. You wake up in a state of mild dehydration, whether you feel thirsty or not. Starting your day with coffee is like trying to run a dry engine. It's a stimulant, yes, but it's also a diuretic, meaning it tells your kidneys to flush out even more water. You're starting your day with a hydration deficit. The sunrise sip changes all of that. Before the coffee, before breakfast, before anything else. You begin your day with a tall glass of room temperature or warm water, at least 12 to 16 ounces. This isn't just a drink, it is an awakening. This first glass of water does 3 critical things. First, it rehydrates your cells on a deep level, waking up your metabolism gently. Second, it signals to your kidneys and digestive system that it's time to start the day, helping to flush out the toxins that have built up overnight. And third, and most importantly for our conversation, it pays off your nighttime hydration debt immediately. You are no longer starting the day in a desert. You are starting the day as a well-tended garden. This one simple act prevents that desperate late-night thirst that leads to the flood. It sets a new rhythm, a rhythm of care, of foresight, of kindness to your body. One patient of mine, a 68-year-old retired teacher named Robert, told me this one change alone cut his nighttime bathroom trips from 3 down to 1. He said, "Grace, I thought my prostate was just old. Turns out it was just thirsty. So tomorrow morning, make that your first promise to yourself, before anything else. The sunrise sip. It is the most important drink of your day. The second pillar is the steady drip. This is how you navigate the hours between morning and evening. The biggest mistake men make during the day is waiting until they feel thirsty to drink. Thirst, especially after 50, is a lagging indicator. By the time your brain sends that signal, your body is already playing catch-up. The desert has already begun. The steady drip is the antidote to this. Instead of forgetting to drink for 3 hours and then downing a whole bottle of water at once, you create a gentle, consistent flow. Become a river, not a series of puddles and floods. The easiest way to do this is to keep a water bottle with you, on your desk, in your car, on your workbench. And you don't chug it. You just sip. A few sips every half hour or so. Here's the beautiful science behind this. When you sip water steadily, you keep your blood volume optimal. This means better circulation to every part of your body, including the tiny, delicate vessels that feed your prostate and erectile tissues. Good circulation is life. It brings in nutrients and oxygen, and it carries away inflammatory waste. A well-circulated prostate is a calm prostate. Furthermore, this steady drip keeps your urine consistently diluted. It stays a pale, straw-like color, which means it's not acidic. It's not irritating. It flows through your bladder and past your prostate like a gentle stream, not like sandpaper. You're bathing your internal tissues in a soothing, healthy fluid all day long. This prevents the inflammation from ever taking hold in the first place. You are proactively creating an internal environment of peace. This doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to track every ounce. Just keep water nearby and make it a quiet habit. Every time the phone rings, take a sip. Every time you stand up, take a sip. You are transforming hydration from a chore you forget into a rhythm you embody. You are telling every cell in your body, I am here. I am paying attention. You will not be forgotten. This steady, quiet care is an act of profound strength. It is the work of a man who understands that true vitality isn't about force. It's about flow. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, the sunset taper. This is where you bring your day of hydration to a gentle, mindful close. This is how you prepare your body for the deep restorative sleep you deserve. The flood phase, I mentioned earlier, almost always happens in the evening. It's the result of the daytime desert. You get home from your day, you realize you've barely had anything to drink, and you start to overcompensate. Big glasses of water with dinner, an iced tea while you watch television, maybe a beer or a glass of wine, and then perhaps one last healthy glass of water right before you brush your teeth. You are effectively programming your body to wake you up. The sunset taper is the exact opposite. It is the art of gently slowing down your fluid intake as the evening progresses. It means you drink freely until your evening meal, and then you begin to taper. This does not mean you stop drinking entirely. It simply means you shift from glasses to sips. About 2 to 3 hours before your planned bedtime, you should consciously stop drinking large volumes of any liquid. This gives your kidneys the time they need to process the remaining fluids from the day. It allows your bladder to fill to be emptied one last time before bed, and then to settle into a quiet, resting state. You are guiding your body towards sleep, not ambushing it with a last-minute task. If you feel thirsty in the evening, of course, have a drink, but make it a small one. A few ounces of water to wet your mouth, not a 16-ounce glass to fill your belly. If you enjoy an evening tea, try to have it earlier, right after dinner, instead of right before bed. This mindful tapering is a signal to your entire urinary system that the workday is over. It's time to rest. When you combine this with the sunrise sip and the steady drip, the magic happens. Because you've been hydrating properly all day, you won't feel that desperate, raging thirst in the evening. The urge to flood your system will disappear. Your body will feel balanced, calm, and ready for rest. You are no longer a victim of your bladder's whims. You are the conductor of your body's orchestra, guiding it from the vibrant tempo of the day into the slow, healing lullaby of the night. So let's bring this all together. The frustration of waking up night after night is not your destiny. It is not an unavoidable curse of aging. It is so often simply a sign that your body's rhythm is out of tune. It is a cry for balance. And you have the power to restore that balance. You don't need a miracle cure. You need a map. And now you have one. The sunrise sip to start your day with a surplus of grace. The steady drip to carry you through the day with consistent flow. And the sunset taper to guide you into a night of deep, uninterrupted peace. This is more than just a hydration plan. This is a new way of relating to your body. It's a shift from ignoring its signals to honoring them. It's a move from frustration to partnership. Aging does not have to be a story of decline. It can be a story of wisdom, of learning to listen more closely, to care more deeply, and to live with more intention than ever before. Your body has carried you through decades of life. It has worked for you, fought for you, and healed for you countless times. Now it is asking for your help. It's asking for a gentler rhythm. If this message gave you a sense of hope, if it made you feel understood and empowered, then please subscribe to this channel. Every week I share more insights to help you reclaim your strength and vitality. And if you believe another man in your life, a brother, a father, a friend needs to hear this, please share it with him today. Let's start the conversations that truly matter. Finally, leave a comment below. Tell me, which of these 3 pillars will you start with tomorrow? The sunrise, sip the steady drip, or the sunset taper? Declaring your intention is the first step toward transformation. Let's walk this path together. Remember this: your best nights are not behind you. They are waiting for you to reclaim them.